Welcome back to another episode de Todos Toman Podcast. Muchachos, ya es costumbre. Yeah, I'm feeling like this is a thing.
We got
We're
traction.
podcasters in a podcast. Like we got a
Commitment.
couple weeks in a row. Commitment.
Dude.
Yeah,
I like that.
I think we're taking this thing seriously.
We're trying to.
Episode 177.
2 years later, no?
Todavía estamos en la infancia, ¿no? Del podcast, dude, por eso.
Yeah, we're still learning, dude. Trying to be committed.
Somos toddlers. En vez de...
I was going to ask for a PTO today, but I saw Romero answer like a really nice, funny way. So I was like, I'm not going to ruin his day, dude. So I was like, fuck, yeah, I can't do that to him. So, yeah, aquí estamos, dude.
Se nota, because you didn't get the memo of black shirts, huh?
I did not.
Yeah.
I told you I just
Ya
got
estaba
home.
con su party polo. You were ready to go, dude.
We're going to go to that barbecue, dude, after this.
Oh, boy.
I think I have the same shirt.
Shower, no?
It looks like I have. I think I have the same shirt, Johnny boy.
Oh, yeah?
Como la dejaste en su casa, ¿no? From
I
last
might be. Like, a lo mejor es esta, ¿no? Like, no la he encontrado desde que
2 years, no? 2, 3 years.
picnic, ¿no?
Sí, güey. Si esto ya me queda bien, dude. It looks good on me, dude. So, yeah. Actually, dude, I got this shirt, dude. I've been going. Well, I haven't gone lately. So let me take that back. About a year ago, I was going thrifting. Hacía las segundas, dude.
Mm.
Y pues I was like, this one looked kind of nice. Felt nice. It's really nice material. So, about that shit, dude. $2.99, dude. $2.99.
Oh boy.
Oh,
That's a steal, dude.
sí, yeah.
So, but yeah, that's where I
this
got
the couponing episode or? Okay.
I mean, it could be, dude. We already have an episode going, pero
Oh no, we're not. We're gonna stay on track. We're gonna stay on track. Pero before we get to that, ¿qué están tomando el día de hoy, muchachos?
I honestly don't hate me, Romero. I did I try to study the name to the gin that you left behind, dude. Something Tomcat or something. Bobcat?
Mhm.
Okay.
No, it's Tomcat.
No.
Tomcat.
Tomcat.
Oh shit, I had it right.
First time.
Okay.
Yeah.
I had 2 cups. I had 1 cup with ice and gin, and it was just going. It was super watered down. So I just threw it on the one with the Coke and gin. So that's what I'm drinking, dude. Some Tomcat, also known as Bobcat.
Wait,
AKA.
have you tried it by itself?
I have, dude. So the day you went to sleep, I'm just kidding, no? You slept, no? Nah, dude.
That's not true.
The day that I think that same day you left, I had a cup, really small portion of it, and it was really good, dude. It was really good. So I fuck with it. It took me a while to actually fully get into
Never
it.
again. No, por eso ya me lo tomo con coca.
Sí.
No. I you saw I had 2 cups. I had one. You saw it with ice, and then the other one I was like, because I so need to get used to that. It's not my cup of tea as I wish it should be or it could be, but I'm trying, dude. I'm trying. I'll tell you that.
Como my boy tried pulling the... Sí tengo novia, güey, pero va a otra escuela, ¿no?
For real, dude. I'm trying.
But-
Muchachos.
So I'm drinking lemonade with
Sugar, no?
Crown Royal, was it blackberry?
Ooh,
Okay,
I like that.
nice. Have you had it before? Yeah.
Yeah, we've had it before. I don't think I've ever had it with lemonade though. I think we had.
Okay.
I tried it with Sprite, which wasn't bad.
Right.
Yeah.
I fuck with that, dude.
Yeah. I've had it with lemonade before in the podcast, and I've had it with the blueberry
Mhm.
lemonade también. I honestly think I like it more with lemonade than like the blueberry lemonade and all the other stuff that we're talking about, or the blackberry lemonade or whatever it is.
So unpopular opinion, I like it by itself.
Ooh,
People
That is
don't
very
like it by
unpopular opinion, dude. That is
itself. Yeah.
no.
It tastes very medicine-y by itself.
Yes.
I never had it, so can't say anything. Waiting for Romero to come back. Leave a bottle just there, chilling.
Easy, no?
The
What
roses,
is that?
So 4 roses.
that's pretty good.
Oh,
En un vasote.
okay, dude. That's what Tank
That's how
should
you
do. But he doesn't.
That's what Tank did.
Yeah, he's always prepared. It was like, have lemonade with
I
sugar.
mean, I saw que nomás le echaste un vasito de agua a tu coca, güey, pero pues igual.
All right, dude. I thought it was a free bully zone, dude. But...
ya pareces Israel, ¿no, güey? bombing you después, oh, yo no fui, no,
You
yo
know,
no.
for you know, it really wasn't me. What you got, Romero? I see a little blue moon over there, dude. It looks
Tall boys.
nice, dude. They're super skinny tall boys, no? Like super fit tall boys. I feel like
Those
Que
they're
are
van a,
just
van a
regular.
Dreamwave and
Sí.
really.
Que son
Okay.
19 fluid ounces. 19.2 fluid ounces.
Okay.
Pero pues sí, estaban especiales. Me hicieron ojitos.
¿Y qué dijiste? Aquí soy.
¿Por qué no?
Sí, dude. ¿Tú qué eres débil, dude?
Sí.
Va,
La
pues.
niña es pedorra y le dan frijoles.
Sí, dude, imagínate.
Salud.
Here's a mi coca y el lemonade de Tank. Ah,
Ahorita que
Va.
tomé a la can, before we go on, I know you had mentioned blue moons in the aluminum bottle, right?
Yeah.
Anybody?
Mhm. Yeah.
Because I mean, we've been having blue moons, yeah, and when I was over there and everything, um, and I thought about pouring it in a glass. I'm like, I'm gonna keep it in a can to see if it tastes different. It doesn't. I don't know if the taste is different, but I guess I don't know. There is a little something different to it,
Mhm.
like can versus bottle. Um, but oftentimes I'm like, I also like, is it the draft? Like it's like on draft right away
mm,
versus being on the can. Like, would I if I put in a cup, would it be the same thing?
That's a good question, dude. The draft, obviously, for sure, like
Yeah.
superior to anything, dude. But the aluminum bottles, and I thought you said you had seen them, pero no esas eran the ones with the
Sí, que
top,
se parecen a
True.
las
Como
a
las
botellas de
platinums.
vidrio, pero ajá.
Like at the platinum, like Budweiser,
Mm.
not Budweiser, Bud Light platinum. Así se parecen.
Yeah.
Pero, anyway. Vamos, just let's kick it off, ¿no? Porque ya 7 minutes past just saying hello y todo.
y sí,
Es que los extrañaba, muchachos, perdón.
Oh. What's the topic for today, Tank? Since you know everything, dude.
Oh boy, I don't know everything, dude. But today's topic, though, I do know is road trips, dude.
Oh,
Beep beep.
road trips.
You see,
Road trips.
um,
Dale,
go
Tank.
ahead. No,
No, dale. No, you're the best. Dale.
You're the best around.
Dale, dude.
So it's obviously everybody's taking road trips, and it's a big difference. Like, I just wanted to ask real quick. Por ejemplo, ustedes que ya tienen hijos, what's the big difference between going on a road trip cuando iban con sus papás, as you guys being the kids? Y ahora, like, the difference, like, are you getting to that level where it's like, ahora ustedes regañan a sus hijos the same way que, like, sus papás lo regañaban, you know? And now it's like a aha moment, like, tenían razón, or like...
yeah. Miggy, you want to go first?
So I haven't gotten much road trips with Chiquis where it's like where I would be considered the only adult. I've gotten road trips where like which it'll come along in some of the other questions that I had for everybody. Where I think the last, I guess you could say, a real road trip I had, like my dad went with us, so I was not the planner. I was the planner that got taken over, so like I got impeached, dude. Yeah, so
Pero el
Then Donald
clásico,
Trump,
tú
no?
no sabes, ¿no?
fue golpe de estado, dude, in that occasion, dude, porque like vino y pues me quitó de todo, ¿verdad? Pero I even with Chiquis, like when we go on trips, like we've gone to different places. We've gone to like pues, Indiana and like different things, either for conventions or sometimes just because we're bored. And where it's me, Chiquis, and Cassie. Like the difference is like I get to drive now, and I don't get as car sick. That's one, and I know Rome would agree with that. That's a huge one. The second one is but ya estoy grande, you know, mi espalda a veces me duele, so it's like we take more breaks, you know, even if it's just to those oases, you know, bajarnos, caminar un rato, like it's like, oh, you know what, like let's make it a whole thing. Like I'll stop by at Jimmy John's because it's what's on the road, right? And then it's like we go to an oasis, it's a picnic, right? And it's a chill vibe compared to when I was a kid. There was no damn way that would have ever happened, dude.
Damn.
So it's just being more in control and being more like, all right,
Yeah.
yeah, let's enjoy versus hay que llegar a cierta hora y temprano porque si no estamos perdiendo todo un día and like yeah, I think that's the biggest difference.
I gotta say, dude, as an adult now, like I don't think I would be able to last in the road trips that se avienta mi dad because he wants to go nonstop, dude, from here hasta donde llegamos.
Hmm.
And the way my sciatica is acting up lately, dude, like I need breaks, dude. I need a stretch. I need a, do some fucking yoga or algo, way, like to like stretch the pain away. So I don't think I would be able to like last anymore.
Sea de aquí a México, sea de aquí to San Diego, so we could go see Johnny Boy at Disney, like sin parar, dude, corrido.
Your dad?
Yeah,
Yeah, dude, and boy,
he
do
does
we
not.
have stories, dude.
He
Oh, I
does
thought
not
so.
let go of that wheel, dude.
No, like your dad was
No,
like, "Let me
dude.
take over for a little bit," type shit.
Bro, like he finally let go of the wheel this last time, pero pues, like estás sentado, you're uncomfortable, you're like my back hurts, like then it's like fine, you tanto quieren, ahí está. So I think I drove for like an hour, and afterwards like, dude, my back is killing me. Like my back was killing me the whole trip, and I was like, Dad, let's stop by, let's descansar. No, we andaba así, and I think Omar drove too, right? Like I
For
think
a
Omar
little
drove
bit.
for a
Yeah.
little bit también, and then afterwards my dad's like, no puedo dormir anyway, so get out the car, like pull over. I'm driving again.
Yeah.
It's like, well, I guess you took a good 10-15 minute nap, dude.
Yeah. Damn, dude.
I
Romero?
think the difference is you mentioned okay, oh, you want to stop by Jimmy John's and eat your sandwich and have your picnic.
Hmm.
When I was growing up, teníamos tortas en las mochilas, dude, y vas comiendo en lo que vamos manejando porque there's no stopping, and
Yeah.
that's a big thing, dude.
Well, we would do that with my mom. With my dad, there was no planning on food. The planning of food came from you, dude. It's like lo que tú vas a empacar, dude.
So
Y si no lleva nada, te regaña de todos modos.
I think last time we went, we had to take también like sandwiches in a cooler. Y pues the pinche cooler takes up like a shit of room
Mhm.
and the minivan y todo. So era un pinche desmadre, güey. Porque like
Porque
yeah,
everything is to just make sure you get to your destination as soon as possible, right? Like porque there's no stopping in between. Like that seems to be the goal.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like I think so. I guess the longest road trip is because we've taken with the kids is to Oklahoma, and to me, I'm like, if there's like an oasis or like what it seems to be like a nice little spot, or I'll go just to just stretch out our legs, like to just go do. I'm
Mhm.
okay with like I'm in no rush to get there.
Right.
Like, yo sé que a lo mejor vamos a llegar, a medianoche o a las 11, like I'm like, it's fine, pero during the day, at least no se nos hizo pesado el camino, we'll stop. But Carla's like, nah, let's just stop when we need to and keep it moving.
So
Um,
I think for me
mhm,
it's like if it's a short trip, as far as like you're going there for only like a week, then I'm like, all right, you're trying to get the most of it, so you're trying to get there
mhm,
early. Pero ya si vas por 2 semanas, 3 semanas, it's like, all right, like normally, at least for me, the first day I don't want to do shit, dude, because vienes cansado del
mhm.
pinche trip, pinches piernas, pareces que estás caminando como road dog, ahí con las pinches rodillas todas,
Yeah.
like, just like for me, the first day is like, all right, like una carnita asada or something, get some burgers on the grill, like let's just chill and like unwind, Y ya mañana hacemos whatever it is that we have planned to do for the day.
So not to get off like sidetrack or anything, but forget the road trip sometimes. So like just thinking about what you just said. Going from here to Chicago is one of those things where it's like I could get there like 6 in the morning or I don't know, it's not 6 in the morning, 12 or 1 o'clock. I'm tired, dude. Like that 4 hour plane ride
Yeah.
itself, just sitting in the same spot, trying to sleep, being all nervous, all the anxiety. Dude, it literally builds up. And then I get anxiety to the point that I get kind of like an adrenaline rush. So
Hmm.
my body starts
Oh,
hurting like during the cool down, I guess. So I'm
Yeah.
like, I'm sore. Like I'm sore. So by the time I get to Chicago, like I'm tired. I didn't sleep the night before because I need to be at the airport, which is LA at a certain time. Not only that, but I need to be there like an hour earlier because I need to drop off the car because we leave the car by the airport. I guess it's a hassle. And I honestly I like to plan everything ahead of time. Like I really do like to plan. I've never really taken any road trips with my parents. I don't think I've taken any. I lie. We took a road trip from Chicago to Washington to where allegedly they would provide driver's license for people without a social security. Allegedly.
Allegedly.
So right, and so we took a couple drives over there because the driver's test to get the license back in the day,
Mhm.
Illinois didn't have any of that shit. So I drove with my mom, but I was already older. I was like in my 21s or 19, somewhere around there, and it was we would drive out there, and it was cool. I was just with my mom, but we never like yeah we would get off and my mom has to kind of like the way her health is she has to kind of even out her walks and her sitting down so it wasn't like we could take a straight ride but I also took in road trips with her to Cali, dude, back in like
Mm.
I was gonna
20
say you took a
2010
road trip and
2011,
never
dude.
came back, dude.
I took no that's a lie, that's a lie, that's a lie.
It's a one-way road trip, no?
No, I took a lot of road trips coming out here for personal reasons, right? But took a road trip out here, went back to Chicago, came back. There was a time that I don't know, I don't think the Guerreros ever met him. You remember Louis, no, Romero?
Yeah.
Okay, so Louis, one time I had nobody to come with, and my mom was out here, and I needed to come over here. So I asked Louis if he wanted to come with me. He ended up driving with me all the way to Cali, and we came back to Chicago. But it was those are the road trips that I had as far as like parent wise. With the kids now, yeah, the furthest I guess I've gone has been Utah, and then we try to travel like around the what's called the four corners, which is Utah, Arizona, New Mexico, and Colorado. So we tried like doing all that stuff, and it's been chill. Again, I'm very specific. I was like, okay, we need to leave by 12 because we got to be there by so and so. Yes, we do stops for bathroom breaks. I'm already taking that into consideration, but I feel
No.
like I'm very stressed out when, and I don't know why I try not to be, but I'm very stressed out when things kind of don't align with the time. Like, I feel like we're running behind, and I wish I was kind of
Mhm.
like in the Romero sense, where it's like if we have to stop here, it's okay.
It,
Like we
it's
plan
it,
to
it
stretch.
wasn't like that originally. Like in my mind, because I am a planner too, and I like to plan ahead. And I'm like, I gotta stick to the schedule, right? I gotta stick to the things that we have planned.
Mm.
But it definitely took some like kind of like self work to realize it's like, well, what's gonna happen if I don't make it there in 12 hours, right? Like,
Right? No.
Mm.
what's the worst thing that could happen? I'm not gonna miss out on a reservation. I'm not gonna miss out on anything. We're just gonna get there 2 hours later, 3 hours later. So
Yeah.
like I had to like really kind of process that because the planning piece also like start to eat at me if we were not on schedule.
Yeah.
Um, but
So,
it's so planning. Sorry, so just
okay.
planning the ida is one thing. De regreso is another. Like I plan differently. Porque de regreso, I do want to get, wherever like my home destination at a
Yeah.
specific time. Like so, we'll
Because of
plan
because of
around that.
work, because of
So
work, or
I
what's
was
going on
gonna
there.
say that, like, I think the regreso is different
Mhm.
because people have to go into work the next day or like whenever they are. So I think at that time you do have a time crunch of like, all right, like
Mhm.
you have to be there. You have to try to get home at a reasonable time para que la gente tenga tiempo to like unpack whatever they gotta do, like do their nightly routine, go to sleep because they got work the next day. So that I understand. Yeah.
That makes sense.
Do you guys have?
Subconsciously, I started planning better in the way back porque I didn't even realize it. So ahorita que fuimos a California, I didn't realize that I had asked for the next day of PTO. Like
Oh,
we were in the airport and because we got delayed, I'm like, you know what? Let me just start going through email. I know I have shit ton of email that I gotta go through. Is when I realized like, oh shit, I asked for PTO for tomorrow, so I'm straight. So
Mm,
just kind of like giving yourself that extra day because yeah, como dices, like whether that's a road trip or just any travel, it does kind of wear you down no matter what. So
so do you guys have any other like pet peeves? I know, for example, he's this kid like that you used to be like more of like planning and being there on time and todo eso. Is there like another pet peeve any of you guys have?
que me manden en el backseat, dude. I'll throw up.
Wait, yeah,
That's
forget
a huge
forget the
one.
back seat, dude. Do not face Romero like facing the window, like literally, like forget. You know how you're driving, obviously. Do not put my
Think
boy
of a
like
party bus, dude.
on that
I
way.
dude,
cannot. Yeah, like
It's
I
game
gotta
over,
be
dude.
facing the way the car is moving.
It's all right, dude. We're gonna start a GoFundMe. Te vamos a dar tus lentecitos esos del TikTok, güey,
I
para que
see
no
that
te
shit, dude.
marees.
The motion sickness ones.
Yeah.
Sí, güey.
O si no
Those
te
are as
hacemos
fuck,
unos,
dude. I
dude,
won't be
echamos
throwing
una
up.
agüita, le ponemos
Sí,
tantito
dude.
Kool-Aid para que se vean los niveles, güey, y ya, you're good, dude.
That's crazy that shit works, no? So I never
I
tried
don't
it. I
know.
do.
I never tried it.
No, I never tried it, but obviously for sure we got Romero's as
We
a
gotta
dummy
try
for
it,
to
dude.
experiment, no? Like
Yeah.
throw them out there. It's like, I just get a party bus just for shits and giggles.
But Miguel said earlier though, like when he was younger, he would get car sick.
I still do.
You don't get car sick anymore?
No, I still do. I get car sick. I even get dizzy or like I guess you could say car sick in the train. If I'm
Oh shit.
like so if I'm facing the way the train is moving, I'm fine. But if I'm on my phone, if I'm reading, I get car sick or I don't know what motion sickness. There you go.
Motion sickness,
Motion sickness, yeah.
So like in the car también igual. If I'm the driver or the passenger, I'm fine. The back seat, I'm looking forward. I'm not on my phone. I'm fine. But si me dicen, oh, pues, um, like, mira esto, or like, look this up, or I'm trying to read emails or whatever it is for work stuff. I will get motion sickness.
Yeah.
So I agree with Ron. One of my pet peeves is que me mandan hasta atrás. Luckily, I was always one of the older ones. Y pues, because if when my dad was driving, it was like either me or Tigger go in the front, right? Um, so it was like, all right, well, my dad sometimes was like, all right, he would tell me to go so I could tell him where to go and where to turn.
I was saying, and grant you, my dad is pretty bad at following the GPS.
Oh,
So
he's
he had the GPS,
My boy needs
but
a
he
map.
had
No?
us. Yeah, he had us with a
He had
like
a
an
map.
atlas.
Or,
Yeah.
And yeah, he
uh-huh.
like, oh, like por dónde estamos más o menos. We're like,
Yeah.
fuck. So ahí estábamos calculando, pinche, in the
Yeah.
back, dude. Like, parecía
Uncle
command center,
GPS,
dude.
they say you are here. He still wanted to see it in the map. No?
Yeah, dude.
Are
He,
we?
he,
No.
he doesn't trust the GPS, dude. Um, pero I think one of the things one of my pet peeves, and this is a personal pet peeve, right?
Oh.
Pero pues ya ves que when you drive and like you stop by at pues, gas stations and stuff, so it's like whatever is gas station look que haya, ¿verdad? So I'm like, you know what? I don't want chips. I don't want soda. I've been having so much of this. I was like, ooh, un Nesquik de chocolate and unas donas or algo something, but or chocolate. Right? My problem was I would get gassy as shit when I would eat too much chocolate, and when I would fart, dude, that shit would have the whole car fucking reeking, dude. Like
God
it
damn.
was like quien se cagó, and I'm like
I can
quiet as
attest to
fuck,
that,
dude.
dude. I can attest to that.
I was there, no?
I was there.
I was quiet as
Estamos
fuck,
viendo
dude.
también, ¿no?
No le den su gancito a Miguel, ¿no? Porque el chocolate lo
Yeah,
activa.
Like
For
if it's
sure,
too
dude.
much chocolate, yeah, which is the crazy because I love chocolate. Like the chocolate is one of my big weaknesses. Pero
So pet peeve is
Pues sí,
no
güey.
chocolate, dude.
it's just that it got me so gassy where like my mom or my dad would be like ya me conocían, like they would see with the la bolsita de Hershey's Kisses, mi Nesquik, and like pues like a chocolate donut. They're like no
You
me
already
ponlo
know,
para
dude.
atrás, only one chocolate item.
Yeah,
And I was
dude.
like fuck, so that was my personal pet peeve of myself where I would get super gassy. And I will tell you this, one of my other pet peeves is I was not the only one. Like I feel like everybody at some point it was gassy for a different reason, or comer muchos chicharrones, or like también el chocolate, or like las tortas de huevo no le
Los
cayeron
frijoles
bien,
con
whatever.
No le
Yeah,
echaron
dude.
Pero los
suficiente
pedos,
ice.
dude.
No le echaron suficiente hielo a las tortas de jamón, dude. Y
Sí,
ya.
te digo,
They were going
los
bad.
pedos en los carros, dude, it's
Pet peeve, dude?
fucking nasty. Y luego, pues, when you're in a highway, no le puedes bajar las ventanas, ¿verdad? Porque pues entra mucho aire. And like, pues como dice, estás con el mapa también, so it's like, so we had to have the windows closed con el aire, and pues oliendo a pedos the whole ride sometimes, dude.
God damn, dude.
So
My
that
pet
was
peeve
a
was the
pet peeve, man.
classic. Like acabas de, you just pulled off from the gas station, and 10 minutes later, like
You gotta
the
pee?
kids are like, I want to go pee.
Yeah,
Dude,
dude, that was
I
my
mean,
thing, dude.
It happens a lot, like more often than not. So
cuando fuimos a Cali, dude, this was like 10 years ago. It
It's been
was
10 years from that?
11 to be exact, dude.
God
20,
damn, dude.
Damn.
2014, dude.
That is a wild one. I didn't think it was
Yeah,
that long.
Dude, I've been here for 12 years.
Yeah, dude.
That's
Um,
crazy.
so it was Miguel, me, Solo, my dad, Chiquis, my aunt, and one of my cousins who was like, I mean, like a little kid at that time. And he was that type where it was funny to watch, dude, porque it was like colliding. Like the thing was, my dad is more of like, all right, like everybody out, everybody, like quick and this and that. As I'm gassing like the truck, like
You
everybody should go to the
go.
washroom. By the time I'm done, everybody should already be back in the
Everybody's
van,
back y
ready
todavía
to
con
go.
ganas de ir al baño, ¿no?
Sí, güey. So like I andaba like, oh, like like get no van a ir, no van a ir, and my cousin's like, no, I don't want to, and this and that. Like no tengo ganas. So he's like, no va a parar, eh? And like, pues ya, like, he like got in the van y todo, nos fuimos. Like 5 minutes in, dude. Like he was telling my tia, and my tia didn't want to tell my dad because she was like, damn, like he's gonna get pissed off and shit.
Yeah.
And so, like, sure enough, le dijo, he starts making a whole episode of like, les dije, this and that. So ultimately, I think the next gas station was pretty far. So my dad just pulled over to the side and had him like kind of like go out to like the little like yerimita, like the little weeds, and like pee ahí. And he's like, apúrale, okay, we're losing time and this and that. Y ya, terminó, dude.
2
Ya
minutes.
se regañado, ¿no? Like,
Sí,
Yeah.
güey.
y pues ya,
Se le fueron
dude.
las ganas, ¿no?
Sí, güey. It's because I'm shy, no? Like,
Sí, güey.
but yeah,
That's crazy. It's been that long, dude.
I know, dude. But I do get it though. Like I think that would be my pet peeve too. If it's
Yeah.
like, because, but I think it'd be my pet peeve porque like I wouldn't mind like stopping and resting and like taking our time. So it's like, all right, like if it's like fast, I get it. But if I'm giving you the time to like, hey, like go to the washroom y todo y eso, and like we're chilling there for like 5, 10, 15 minutes, whatever, then I'm like, all right, like tuvimos ahí un chingo de tiempo, like, like all of a sudden, like, so
Yeah.
yeah.
Dude, so it's crazy, right? Because I travel. Sorry, Romero. I've
Dale,
traveled with my suegros and my father-in-law. He's disabled, so he goes to the bathroom. It's not like a one-time thing. Like you go to the bathroom, you pee in a minute, and yeah, you're out. No, for a pee, he takes like a good 10, 15 minutes. We all know. So I don't want to say that's my pet peeve, but that's like my suegra's pet peeve. Like she'll be like, "Otra vez, Chabelo," and it was like he has like his urinals, right? Because it's like, well, he's like, I gotta go to the bathroom. It's like, no, we're driving. We're like, when we go to Vegas. I was like, we're driving. Like, no, we're not gonna stop anywhere. Like, do it right there. Tiene una cobija. Like, do your thing. Dude, when he has to go poop, dude, that's a 45 minutes to an hour, dude. Your dad would really not want to ride with them, dude, for
Damn,
sure.
dude.
Dude. Yeah,
So
dude.
your dad wouldn't want to.
Yeah, your dad would have left him behind. And my suegra, yeah, he gives him a lot of shit, and I understand, like again, he's disabled, dude, so he has strength in his arms, but
Yeah.
not in his legs. So for him to move from his wheelchair to the toilet, it's a fucking mission. I'm 100%. But at the same time, it's like we will tell him, it's like you got to go to the bathroom. He'll be like, no, and then like I don't know. Now we're in. We still got fucking 3 hours to go. He's like, I gotta go. I was like, fuck. But now those times, like I'd always try to call the hotel and let them know, like, we're gonna be here. We're gonna be there past the check-in time. Like I know check-in time was, I don't know, 11 in the morning. We're gonna be there like after 12. So we're not trying to lose our reservation. Just put a note down that we're gonna be there late. So we don't lose the reservation. So that's what we've been doing like over the past couple times that we've been going to Vegas, and we know we're gonna get there late.
Mm.
So yeah. Pero bueno, chicos, dale, Tank. Or Romero, you had something to say, no?
Yeah, I was just going to talk about porque like as we're kind of reminiscing on our experience, our kids would not have the same experience we've ever had, right? Tanto just because I think about like the music used to be a thing, right? Like which cassette tape we were going to play. And
It was definitely not
now,
kids' music, dude.
right, pues ahí me aprendí los de los Tigres del Norte y todo ese pedo.
Sí, dude.
Pero then it's like, yeah, ahorita I think of my kids and I was like, I mean, for a while, I think, like Itzel will put on her headphones and, whether she's on her tablet for X amount of time or just listening to whatever she wants to listen to, like even individually as people, like we have an option to listen to whatever the hell we want to listen to. Like if people want
Yeah.
to put on their headphones and just kind of sit back and not say anything, um, like that experience of a road trip back then is completely different than the experience today. Porque even
100%.
that, just sitting there bored is not a thing. Like fucking playing the what is
The
that?
tablet.
What is it?
The Game
I
Boy.
Spy or
My
whatever.
little
Like
eye.
games, like like or find the word with whatever letter. Like that's just not even a thing. People are on their phones. People, will just kind of like watch a movie or whatever.
Dude, me
Yeah.
acuerdo trying to make the ¿cómo se llama? Los traileros honk, like haciéndole
Oh,
así,
that's
güey.
right.
Y
I
like,
thought
te
like
Yeah.
mandaban a la
Yeah.
chingada, fuck you too. Like,
Sí, güey. Yeah, dude,
okay.
that is true. Obviously, generations change, technology changes everything, and yeah, we're in the, and that's the easy part for me. The last time we went to Vegas in April, I took the girls, and yeah, it was one of those things. Yeah, we had to stop a couple times because I had to go to the bathroom, which is whatever at this point. But it was one of those. It's like download a movie, like or two movies,
Mhm.
and then they'll download a movie and they'll watch the movie, and then that's a 2 hour movie. And then by the other time, like they already had signal to watch whatever the hell they wanted to watch in their tablet, and it's super chill, right? Like, yeah, like they'll talk to us, blah blah blah, but they're always doing their own thing. Compare, yeah, like before it was like, no, we're literally looking at the scenery. I don't know,
Mhm.
counting whatever the fuck you wanted to count outside, and
cows.
whatever it might be. Yeah, well, honestly, whatever it
You
might
will get
be.
excited when you actually see cows or
Yeah,
horses
you
and
were
point
like
them
cow,
out.
cow.
Dude,
Yeah,
one thing que también ha cambiado have been the snacks, dude.
snacks. Okay, what do you think? What do you say about that, dude?
Okay,
Talk to me.
In
talk to me
comparison,
about
like,
that.
so what would be your snacks que normally you guys would take when you guys would go on road trips that you guys were kids?
Apparently not too much chocolate. I'll tell you that much. No matter how.
Well, maybe I could skip this question, please. For
No,
sure,
so
dude.
we'll ask him like what would be his ideal snack then. Si no
Oh, okay,
puede
Chocolate,
prepararse.
no. Una
yeah,
fountain of chocolate, no.
for real, dude.
Un
Romero.
fondo de chocolate es lo que te va a salir por allá, pero
Porque
Hey, hey.
like
Everybody will deal with it.
I think about it now, like a lot of people like que tienen kids le preparan su bolsita con like whatever snacks le van a dar. Antes no era así. Antes it was like a big ass bag of chips, get a handful, pásalas, get a handful, pásalas, like, and that
Yeah.
was the snacks, no? Like there
That
were
was
no
it.
individualized snacks for everyone.
That's true.
Romero, you want to go for it?
yeah, I was gonna go with chips. Like
Yeah.
taking trips would be chips and gum,
Mm,
Mm.
right? Y
las tortas, ¿no? Porque
pues las tortas ya es parte, ya es not a snack. Ese era tu
Had to be
lonche,
this.
cena, depende de la hora que, que
Be
fuera el
honest.
road trip.
y sí.
Esa era tu comida, pero yeah, if you wanted to like snack on something, it would be like chips and then there'll be gum. Like if you wanted to just, um,
Mm,
so like that was my go-to. But now what I've been doing,
Pero,
I
pero
wouldn't say a road trip. Okay.
lo de gum, what doesn't that just make you hungry?
It's supposed to take away your hunger, no?
I get hungry when I chew gum. Like I'm
Oh,
chewing a gummy and I'm like, damn, ya me dio hambre. I know it's
An
supposed to take it
interesting
away,
point.
but I mean, it's the opposite effect.
damn.
Yeah, I think for me is just porque if I don't
Distraction?
have gum, then I would wanna like ahorita ya as an adult, like I'll have gum in my road trips, pero like yeah, when I don't have gum or whatever, I wanna like snack on like peanuts or sunflower seeds or chips. Like I do definitely want some snacks on the road for sure. But it's
Yeah.
yeah.
that like just for the constant chewing for some reason. It's not like oh se me antojan unos, like I don't know, gummies or anything like that. Like nah, like I want the constant crunch.
Yeah, yeah.
So
Hmm.
let's pasaron the tradition of like as a dad, like I remember my dad would be driving, both hands on the wheel,
Mhm.
and like my mom would be the one like as a cuenta like, oh, ¿quieres una papa? Like, yeah. And he would just like turn
Uh,
around, open his mouth, like se la daba or whatever. Or like the typical like pone la mano atrás para que te den like peanuts
oh,
or
uh-huh.
whatever, or they're driving.
I,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
I do that. I do that now with Cassie and Chiquis. Like if I'm driving, like she'll feed me, or Chiquis tends to have like a bunch of chips in the back. So like I put my hand out like this, Lo único malo de que Chiquis falls asleep, dude, and pues a veces estoy de pendejo así con la mano. Y yo nada más dije casi like, ya está dormida. I'm like, fuck.
3 horas, ¿no? Y todavía con la
Sí, güey,
mano, güey.
todavía así, like,
I think we all get like our snacks, dude. Like I don't think we prepared anything like from home to take. Besides, when we go with like my suegra or la abuelita, they'll bring like food like to snack on the way there. But other than that, we'll stop at a gas station. Everybody gets a drink. Everyone
Otro
gets
pedacito de
chips
pollo,
and whatever,
muchacho.
right? Seguro?
well, do you guys
Estoy haciendo aquí las tortillitas.
Sí, dude. In the back, no?
no llevan
Sí.
comida ya preparada? I know, like, a veces cuando íbamos, like, we would stop at McDonald's or somewhere, like, llevábamos a bunch of burgers, right? And era para el camino. Ya para el camino es
We've
de
done
cada
that.
quien le toca 2 o 3.
Yeah.
I know Tech remembers que cuando estábamos en México, no me acuerdo dónde where we stopped, but we got burgers. También, like, pues, de un puesto que estaba teniendo hamburguesas. Y también compramos, like, I think 12 burgers or something. So cada quien le tocaba, like, I think it was like 2 or 3 burgers. So yeah, like that was our snack. Eso and chips pero eso ya significaba like we're not stopping on the road for food. We're just eating burgers.
Yeah.
Which después it got people gassy. Dude, yo trae los pedos, tú te digo. You cannot run away from like los pedos in road trips, dude.
That's true, dude. 100%.
But I will say this though, back then, turning on the AC in the car was a privilege. If it had
It was
AC.
a privilege. Yes.
It was
The
a.
windows had to be down.
So I was gonna say you could turn it on, but as soon as we hit Texas, it's like okay, apáguenlo porque está muy caliente, and it's gonna like, slow down the car. You can like.
Oh yeah.
Está poniendo mucha fuerza y que no sé qué. So it's like the hottest fucking state, dude. Lo apagaban.
Humid as fuck.
Sí, güey.
Lo que era Arizona, New Mexico, and Texas, dude. No AC with my dad.
Fuck. Damn, dude.
I was ready to call CPS, no? Like, okay. Los quiero matar, los quiero matar.
Damn,
Para que
dude.
te mandaron una frozen chocolate milk, ¿no? Para refrescar.
Sí, güey.
Hey, dude.
Honestly, I do wish I had more memories like that of like taking trips with my parents. I don't think they ever took me to like Wisconsin Dales or anything like that, which would have been cool. Wisconsin, I still haven't been to fucking Wisconsin Dales, dude.
I've been
haven't either,
once,
dude.
dude. I went
not been
once, and my mom didn't take me. I took my mom because Chiquis kept
Damn.
talking about like because Chiquis kept
It
talking
better
about
be
like,
known,
that
no?
she wanted to go to Wisconsin Dells. She wanted to go to Wisconsin Dells, and I remember I had talked to Rome. Rome's like, dude, yeah, he goes to Wisconsin Dells. And I'm like, which one would you recommend? Ya me dijo, I think it's like the Kalahari.
Kalahari?
Yeah, the Kalahari. So but yeah, I booked it, and I was like,
Shout
you know
out
what?
Kalahari if you're listening. I'm hoping to go in August, so send us a promo code.
And I was like, you know what? Pues it's gonna be me and Chiquis. I'm like, you know what? I probably need a little bit of help. So I asked my mom, like, hey, like, ¿quieres ir? My mom was like, pues nunca he ido, mijo. I'm like, pues yo tampoco. He's like, oh, pero no tengo dinero. I'm like, I'm already paying for everything, don't worry. So yeah, like I picked her up at her house. Yeah, I did tell her, like, lo único que le voy a pedir es que haga unas tortas, like, haga unas tortas, yeah, like, I pick you up, ya con las tortas, and then, like.
On the way.
I want to say something ahorita que me acordé, que you mentioned my mom.
That you didn't invite me, no?
No, besides
I
that,
wanted to go, no?
I mean, besides that, I've never been, dude. Gracias por llevarme también, no?
I did tell him, but he didn't want to go.
Oh,
But-
okay.
That sounds like Tank.
That sounds like
I shouldn't say this, dude, because it's fucked up. But I remember every road trip we would take with my mom, every day teníamos que hacer el rosario, like
Yeah,
at least once during the road trip.
kill that roach, dude.
it's a fucking fly, dude.
Oh, my bad. Damn, you were slow as fuck for that fly, dude. I don't know how you killed it.
But no se movía, and I was like, damn, is it moving? Is it not moving?
Sleeping,
I'm
dude,
like,
sleeping. It's nighttime already, dude.
I saw the chancla and I got flashbacks, dude. I was
Sí,
duck and
No,
run.
no,
dude.
dodge,
hold on.
dodging, ¿no?
Look at the shirt, dude.
Dice, ¿te
Te calmo,
calmas?
so te calmo.
Te calmo, dude.
That's pretty nice. That's a fat ass chunk, dude.
Easy, dude.
For sure was gonna hit somebody. So the Rosario tank?
Yeah, I
In the
think
morning
was
or
hard,
at
dude.
night? Or
Dude,
just
both.
on the road?
If
On the road.
on the road, at least once. From what I remember, I
Para
think I
mí
want
que
to
era
say
la
that we did it more
táctica
than
para que no
once.
se aburrieran, dude, y you at least cover 45 minutes of the road trip, dude.
Dude.
How long was it, dude?
It felt a lot longer than what it was, dude.
Then 10 minutes, no?
See, because I mean, you're already like, and it wasn't like at the beginning or whatever. Era ya like that's fastidiado. You're like, fuck, like, are we
Oh, you
almost there
wouldn't kick
yet?
off with that, right? Like
No,
at some point.
at some point it was just like, okay, like
Los veo
I can
aburridos,
see el
muchachos, ¿no?
Rosario. And I
Déjalos,
No hay
hay que
no hay
entretenerlos, ¿no?
muchas tortas y ya se van a acabar las
Sí.
tortas. So this is when, ¿no?
Dichosos los invitados nada más, ¿no? Porque
Los veo aburridos, no mames.
God.
Oh, shit, dude. Well, shout out to
yeah.
your mom, dude. She's a trooper, dude.
Dude.
Dale.
No, dale, go ahead.
I was gonna say another question.
Oh,
Do you guys prefer long scenic routes or fastest way there?
I think it depends. Once again, like if it's we're going there, there's no time crunch, no whatever. I do like a scenic. Like I remember cuando pasamos en por Colorado. Like,
Fire.
yeah, dude. And it was the same thing. Like my dad was the one driving, so he was like, "Oh, like I had just bought like a DSLR camera, and I took it, and he was like, "Oh, pues you brought your camera, and I don't see you snapping pictures and this and that." And I was like, "Well, you're not stopping, like, what do you mean?" It's like, "Pues aquí, dentro de la van, just start taking pictures." I was like, "Bro, like that's not how it works and shit, no?" Like, so if it was up to me, it'd be like going through a scenic area, like, si pasamos through, if we can plan para pasar, por ejemplo, like different sites, like stopping there along the way, taking pictures y todo, just like admiring it. So yeah, pero if it's like once again coming back where it's like, okay, we need to be home by this time para irnos a dormir, que porque mañana trabaja fulano y fulano y así, then it's like, all right, like whatever the fastest way is there, like that's the one we're taking and shit. So
yeah. Okay. Miguel, what would you prefer?
Definitely scenic, dude. Definitely
Yeah.
scenic. Like I think that's one of the big things I actually want to do, because just they have the whole scenic routes where like pasa por Chicago and like you go across the U.S. like on, and it's a scenic route. I want to do that, like, because like I'm a very big fan of that. Aquí, like, I try to go to all the scenic routes that I know around the area. Um, so like I'm definitely that, dude. 100%.
Me too.
You know,
Dale, Ramon.
yeah, like I think scenery, like we all opt for scenery, and I think it also goes down with timing, right? Like, are you in a rush to get to the next place or not? But I think everybody loves a good view. And one of the things that I've seen, I saw this like social media post years and years ago, and I wish I would had done it since. And it's not like I travel a whole lot, but it's like anywhere you travel, any different state, like even if it's going to like a gas station and getting a postcard from there and just mailing it to yourself.
Oh shit.
mm,
Um,
That's
like
cool.
it's something that I always think
Never
about
done
and
that.
I never do.
Ne-
Like,
I'll tell you the truth. I look at postcards. Hay unas que se ven chidas. Sometimes I'll buy them, but I never do nothing
mhm.
with them except either like ponerla somewhere as a decorative thing or algo. But I've never sent them out to people. Um, I sh- it would be cool. It would be cool to like, por ejemplo, te imaginas me voy a, no sé, me voy a un lugar tan chingón como um, como Indianapolis, dude, y le mando una postcard a Johnny Boy, dude.
The Pacers
wait,
take it
like
second place.
to people or like or to yourself, like just so you can kind of by the time you get home, like you'll receive that postcard that you sent yourself and it's stamped from that state y todo ese pedo. Like,
Damn,
That's cool.
my boy cooking over there, dude. Like, como he's
dude,
giving everybody the ¿cómo se llama? The scrapbook ideas, no?
Sí, güey.
sí, güey.
Damn, bro.
That's not bad, dude.
You
¿Y
better
tú,
start
Johnny Boy?
pitching that idea to somebody. I don't know how, but
Maybe they think.
I was like, you too, Danny boy. Do you like scenic or do you like?
Scenic for sure, 100%,
Yeah.
dude. The Romero idea, yeah, that's just fire. Pero we go kind of like a basic thing, like with the fridge magnets type thing that we
Mm,
visit the states,
Mhm.
so we buy that. We tried doing a little shot glasses too. Um, that's pretty cool. I know last time I took Primo to Chicago when we went fishing to Wisconsin. We found a plate. It was a little license plate from Wisconsin. So I was like, shit, it'll be cool if we could get little license plates from like every state we go to. But not every
Mhm.
state has the fucking plate. Like I haven't seen like Nevada. I
Mhm.
haven't seen. We've been to different places where they have it's Vegas, right? So they have a bunch of shit like to get, but I never seen the actual little plate. But
Little
I
license
want the
plate.
plate. Yeah, I got a plate from Wisconsin, like a fridge magnet.
Mhm.
So that was cool. And then I think I got a bigger plate. It wasn't that small, but it was a bigger plate from when we went to Hawaii. So that shit was cool. I think I don't know. This basic stuff, but I would like to get into plates in this case, like little
mm.
plates here and there
Mhm.
for the
To-
fridge.
to- since everybody said that they like the scenic areas y todo eso, what would you guys say would be like your dream destination then? Like on a
Destination.
Ooh.
road trip. Yeah, you're going on a road trip. Like, what would be your dream road trip? Like, just destination.
I'll go first since they're still thinking about it.
Mhm.
I want to go. Obviously, Colorado's fucking amazingly fire. Dude.
Right.
Colorado's fucking fire. I want to go to Aspen. I want to spend like a week in Aspen, but I want to drive to Aspen, and I'm
Ay.
obviously not ass like
Oh.
well,
As
yeah,
pen, no?
Aspen, dude.
Mm.
O sea, una pluma, ¿no? De nalgas, ¿no?
Pluma
Uh,
de la-
Nalgas pluma, no?
but yeah, no, I want to go to Aspen and drive there. So that would be my ideal one because it's Colorado. Colorado's fucking amazing, and then two, like I've seen different like pictures and people posting videos from there. Or I would like to go to a spot called Leavenworth, which is up in Washington. So one
Mm.
of the two, dude.
Ah, ¿dónde está la mejor comida mexicana, no?
One of those, dude.
Los chicken
Apparently, dude.
nuggets, ¿no? El pollo
Yeah,
con sazón, dude. Es lo que dice.
Allá es con sazón, muy diferente como,
that's what they say,
allá
dude.
sí es la comida buena, tú.
That's what they say, dude. What about you guys, Miguel Romero?
So
I'm
I
not
know.
exactly sure. Sorry, thank you.
Sorry,
I was just
Tank.
gonna say, tank. Like so, like taking that road trip, like probably to Cali, just for because you can go through different routes.
Mm,
Um, so many states that you'll cross. And I don't have to go too far south. Trying to keep it safe.
easy.
Um, so definitely like that. Nada más que that's a very long road trip, and I would think I want to make sure that the kids are also gonna be able to put up with it.
Enjoy it.
But I think also like yeah, si uno va con tiempo, I think it's doable. Pero siempre que pienso en un road trip is that like the trip back is what I dread sometimes. I
Mm.
think about like the road trip back, and I'm like, I don't know, se me hace más pesado.
Dude, rent a car, a minivan, drive it to Cali, get airplane tickets, and then fly back. Ooh.
Ooh,
You
that
could drop it
sounds.
off, yeah. I
Mhm.
learned that the hard way, dude. Cuando se nos quedó la camioneta in the road trip, se nos quedó la minivan coming back to Colorado. It didn't make those hills.
Mhm.
So, yeah, dude, like, I'm not lying, dude. It didn't make the hill.
We got stranded,
So,
dude.
we got stranded in Colorado. And then we rented a car, and then we found out that, yeah, you could drop it off in a different
Yeah,
location.
just a
Solo.
one-way destination. Mhm.
Yeah.
No.
Mhm.
Porque si no iba a estar la chingada, dude. Llegar acá y luego regresar a dejarlo. And,
Yeah, that is the way, dude. This
Like
is the way.
I know for me, like I always wanted to do the was it Route 66?
Dude, I thought about that too. Yeah,
Pero like I've heard that there's parts donde ya it's not drivable.
¿Se corta?
Yeah,
se
so como
corta.
que se
Really?
corta mucho. So it's like you have to kind of like in and
Off
out
road.
of it. Yeah, well not off road, but like
No.
hay un highway like almost next to it in some
Ah,
parts where it's like
to
te
get back
tienes
in.
que ir para allá, and then
Mhm,
like
mhm.
there's areas where like all right you could drive on Route 66 again, but I always wanted to do that that trip until I found out que pues it's
I mean, se vuelve a conectar. Like they used to take it for a while because I know when me and Cassie rented um a Airbnb and we went with Chiquis, like I thought I let Chiquis drive on Route 66, and yeah, like there's parts gonna say corta, and but eventually you end up back in the Route 66 because they call it old Route 66, and because
Mhm.
I don't know if there's
Yeah.
two
Mm-hmm.
of them, but like I one of them is
Son
called the
las
historical
desviaciones
route.
que
Yeah,
dices, yeah.
No.
yeah, yeah.
Dude, so I don't know where it starts, right? As far as like, I don't know if it would start in Cali and end in Chicago, or start in Chicago and
I
end in
think in
Cali.
Joliet. Well, I know it's in Joliet too. Like
But I'm
it's
saying I
right
don't
No,
know
over
pero
which
there.
which way it would
empiezan.
start.
Yeah, it's like from Chicago to Cali, or como dijo, I don't know if it's
I don't
from
know,
Cali or Chicago.
but I
I
know
mean,
it's is it,
from over here,
it
it
starts over
says,
there.
yeah, from over here it says like, like the start of like, Route 66. But
I think
obviously
over here
that's
says the same thing, dude.
right. But I think it's because it's like the start from here to over
Right,
there.
right, right, right.
Yeah.
That makes
Mhm.
sense. Dude.
It'd be crazy if it's somewhere in the middle, no?
Damn, dude.
Somewhere in the middle, they're like, hey, let's make a route going to Chicago and to Cali, dude. No, you know,
This is where it
we'll
starts.
be
Type shit.
famous because of this, no?
Chicos, let's
Pero,
we
va,
got
va.
15 minutes left, and Miguel
15
wanted
minutes left,
15
dude.
minutes to himself because selfish like that. But
Yeah, to myself, dude. All right. So I do have I have been watching a few videos, right? And I did this in other segments and other things, and it was interesting. So like I wanted to kind of do it here because it's very different from doing it on social media like TikTok, and I've asked Tank these questions before. So I was like, all right, like I'll bring it up in one of the episodes. So I'm sure you've seen him, Johnny Boy, because you're very avid on TikTok. Pero if you haven't, so you start off. There's four questions, right? There's a price per question. And you start off with $15, right? So each question tiene su valor. So, so tienes que $15 para gastar. That no puedes pedir prestado, nada de que, oh, pues I'm gonna bank it, lo voy a pedir prestado, take $2.
no,
We just have to make sure que Romero doesn't have a way to come up with more money than what he's given, right?
them loops, dude.
Um, pero all right. So obviously the first question, because this is a road trip question. So acuérdense, tienen $15. I would say we could always
Each.
use $15 each, yes, to make your perfect road trip. So I'll put it on the chat and I'll read it at the same time for everybody else. Uh, to keep track of everything, escríbanla in the chat so that way it's easier than al último like no, yo dije esto, like so. All
Dale.
right, so
Wow.
the first question is, what is your vehicle that you're gonna be driving, right? So for $5, you have one of those Tahoes, but the extra large ones. I'm sure you guys remember cuáles son, the extra large Tahoes.
Okay.
Um, so for $4, you have an old Toyota Corolla. Uh, for $3, you have a work van, and to make sure, dude, I took pictures of stuff. So I'll mandar in the chat and Messenger.
Oh
Para que
shit!
no me
Oh, we're
salgan
over
con,
there.
oh, that's not a work van. No, that's the work van, dude.
I gotta come in.
I'm sorry, I gotta make sure, dude, porque Romero will come up with like, oh, a work van could mean anything.
Yeah, dude.
Um, for $2, you get a semi truck, so va a ser la trailera, and for $1, uh, what the hell? You get a Fiat. You guys remember the old Fiat
Oh
or the
yeah,
little Fiats?
the
Mhm.
little Fiat. Yeah.
Yeah, the little Fiats, right? So I thought, dude, like, so what would each of you guys take? For $5, the extra large Tahoe, a truck that's big enough, has all the room and everything. For $4, you get an old Toyota Corolla. For $3, you get a work van. For $2, a semi truck, and for $1, you get a Fiat. So very uncomfortable if you take more than two people. Probably. All right, so Johnny Boy is taking old the old Toyota Corolla.
I see. Okay. 5 the extra large Tahoe. 4 an old Toyota Corolla. 3 work van. 2 semi truck.
The semi truck, and one the Fiat, the little Fiats, the little two-door Fiats.
I
The
think
two
Yeah,
seater.
this is a little unfair because I don't know what the next questions are, so I cannot
that's the
budget
whole point.
properly.
That's the whole point. Yeah. So like
But
the whole point is for you guys to
see,
like, all right, like I want to be comfortable, but at the
I
same
also have to
time,
define. I have to define. Is this a family trip or is it just
that's one of the
you
questions, dude.
know?
Okay.
I
Uh,
think.
I'm assuming it's a family trip because I'm a family man, right?
Damn, I was gonna be like, oh, this is just gonna be a couple's getaway, and let's
you know
save
what?
on that fiat. Hopefully, we're not going through any
Go for it, dude.
snowy or windy places.
Go for it.
You
Try
think
it.
we're gonna get blown away?
So number one, dale, ponlo, sin miedo.
You know
Yeah,
Well,
what?
it would be a number 5, no? It would be a number
might as well
5
get
for
that
him.
work van. Might as well. You got extra room, dude. Put a little.
Dude, I was thinking about it. I was really
Save some
tempted.
room, dude. Save some room.
I was really tempted to get that work van, dude.
Like
Sleep
if you
in your
take a bunch
van,
of
dude?
people,
You
you
see
sit
me,
them
man?
in the
I didn't forget the
Romero
work
didn't take
van.
the work
I
van,
am
dude.
going with the work van, dude. Just in case the kids want to go, they're gonna have that same experience, dude. Of like, because we used to travel also in my dad's work van, so
With no seats,
I can
dude.
share my stories. Yeah, exactly, dude.
No seats, no seatbelts,
Cool,
dude.
man.
So you know it's safe, dude. Wow, what's next?
So you know,
There's enough there's enough cables there, dude, to secure them, dude, in place.
For sure. What's
All right.
next?
So question number 2: what is going to be your snack during the whole road trip? Now, this is the only thing que van a poder comer. Nada de que vamos
Okay.
para McDonald's, vamos para acá. This would be lo que van a comer for the whole road trip, right? So for $5, una torta de jamón. For $4, chips. For $3, trail mix. For $2, like string cheese. And for $1, hard boiled eggs.
I wouldn't. You know what? I'll switch mine, dude. I'll switch mine.
Hard boiled eggs?
Hard boiled eggs?
Yeah, dude. Un poquito de sal y limón, dude.
dude, low key.
Valentina on the side.
I'm eating them
That
too.
sounds fire, dude. But I just think
That's
about
fire.
the people, you know?
Oh, all of a sudden you're a family man, no? First of all, you
I
want to
ain't
go
doing
with
it.
Carla.
I ain't doing it
Okay.
alone, dude. It's either just, the two of us or
What? I'm
the five of
going
us.
I mean,
with.
I will blackmail you, dude. This will be on YouTube, dude. Your kids are gonna grow old, dude. I'll be like, hey, he didn't want to take you on a road trip. Like he had the chance. They asked him. 3?
Yeah. Trail
Okay.
mix.
Te va a dar un chingo de sed, tan que if you start choking, dude.
Easy, yeah.
Pobre de mi gente, ¿no?
I'm
Bien
gonna
pedorro voy a
splurge on this
estar, ¿no?
one, dude.
Damn.
So, chips for Romero.
Yeah, I'm gonna do chips, dude. I'm gonna do chips.
You're going to do chips? All right. So
Hard
let's see.
boiled
Rome's
eggs.
got 3 and 4th. I'm in $7.
Damn.
So as of now, I forgot to put R, but Johnny Boy's he spent $5. Tank spent 7. Roma spent 7.
Ah.
Dude, that hard boiled eggs, dude. That's fucking crazy, dude.
Well,
I'm sorry for my
pinche-
people, dude.
Pero
sorry for my
pedo
people.
aguado, ¿no, dude?
Yeah, dude.
Well,
All
he's
right.
gonna need that extra day, dude, once he gets to his destination, dude.
Nothing but protein, dude. And high
So the
cholesterol,
next-
no?
The next question is like, what is your destination? Like, so
Oh.
for $5, I got Tennessee. For $4, Colorado. For $3, Seattle. For $2, Cleveland. And for $1, Indianapolis.
Ooh.
Okay.
Mhm.
$5 Tennessee, Colorado 4, 3 Seattle. Es que Seattle's a little far out, dude. Y pues ya dije que puras chips, me va a dar hambre.
So cerquita, dude. Hard boiled like don't sound bad right now, dude. It's a close trip, dude. I'll do
Pero
3.
qué
I love
chingos
Seattle,
voy a
dude.
andar haciendo allá en Indianapolis y
Pues sí.
Cleveland, dude.
Damn, Johnny Boy got $8. So te quedan 5, Johnny Boy, for the next question. Como you thought about it, you really
sir.
sacrificed with the hard boiled eggs.
Yes, sir. I told you, dude.
Vamos hasta Seattle, dude.
A todos
Puras
nos gusta, dude.
papitas, dude.
A todos nos gusta.
Damn. Yeah, I guess I'll go Seattle too, dude. That doesn't sound too bad.
Wow.
Better than Cleveland and
Yeah, fuck
Indianapolis, dude.
Cleveland
And,
yeah,
and
dude.
on
Tennessee didn't want me there, so I'm just like, not even gonna try, dude.
Let me see. Hold on.
Who are you,
That's-
boy?
So I think I'm at $10, dude. I think I have 5 to spend.
Yeah.
I was like, damn, everybody's got like
10?
extra money. Like, I'm surprised.
Wow, so
Mickey
like
wanted us
Johnny
to
Boy
be
has
broke. Miguel wanted us to be broke by this question, dude.
I did expect. I
Told you,
tried
dude.
this on
I
Tank.
told you.
Tank was broke at the end, dude. I'm very surprised
My
with.
boy said torta de jamón. He said a fucking Tahoe to fucking be good, and he said fucking Tennessee for that whiskey. Oh no, Tank.
Oh boy, nah, dude. I did originally. I did say torta de jamón, dude.
That's not bad, dude. But you're thinking like you and your girl type thing, no?
All right, so
I
for
don't
the
know.
next one, question 5, which I guess everybody gets to pick whatever they want because
Of course,
I'm
dude.
fucking surprised that
Of course.
everybody's taking up on $5 at least, dude. So for $5, you get to
Seven,
go.
dude, seven.
Oh well, it only
Ya
goes
no
up to
puedes
5.
gastar, dude.
Por eso, pero
O sea, te quedaste
You
con los
broke
pinches
the
hard-boiled
deal.
eggs, dude.
give me another option, dude. Dale.
Un baño,
So-
¿no?
Un baño for $1.
Oh, shit. So for $5, you get to go on a road trip only with your significant other. For $4, you take your family, so your direct family. For $3, you take your parents. For $2, you take your in-laws, and for $1, you take a hitchhiker.
My mom wouldn't be able to support that boiled eggs, dude. Let me take my family, dude. My mom would quit hour one. $4 it is, dude.
If you have to suffer, everybody has to suffer, ¿no?
I won't put my mom through misery, no?
¿Cómo iba a estar, no? This is for not taking me on road trips when I was younger. Y para que amarre, güey, una hot pizza, dude, con un cafecito bien caliente, güey. para que-
Oh shit, dude. What a breakfast of champions, no?
Dude, pues, I mean,
So Johnny Boy, you say your family, right?
Yeah, for sure. But I originally
Pero
that's what I thought.
¿en qué carro te fuiste? En el Toyota, right?
Yeah, Corolla, dude.
God,
Yeah,
dude,
I'm
you're
set,
gonna be
dude. I'm
cramped,
fucking
dude.
set. No, what?
Johnny
It's
Boy
four,
is set,
four of
dude.
us. I got four
Everybody
of
else
us.
is gonna suffer
of us.
horribly, dude. But
It's four of
Johnny
us.
Boy is set, dude. Johnny Boy, he took the Corolla,
Yes, sir.
hard-boiled eggs,
Fuck yeah.
and he's going to
Give me a dozen of those.
He's going to Seattle.
Seattle, man. Fuck yeah.
I feel sorry for everyone in that Corolla, dude. I even feel sorry for the Corolla, dude.
It's all
Damn,
good.
dude.
Pinche Corolla, no, solito, going 100 miles per hour just to get there faster. I'm pressing the brakes, pero no funciona.
God damn, dude.
That's fucked up, dude.
Shit. Oh man. But already, yeah.
Este,
So
So
Uh-huh.
5 is your significant other, right?
Yeah.
yes, only your
Little do you
significant
know that Tank and I are going together on this trip, dude.
Ooh.
other. That's what it looks
We're gonna
like.
No,
we're
'cause
gonna
I
have
put
trail
a-
mix and
and chips
what and chips, dude.
and a Corolla and a work van, dude. Por si se trae al jale, güey, de repente de aquí a ahí, güey.
We
I
need
saw
extra
those-
cash, no?
Y sí, güey.
Good questions, dude.
Oh shit, dude.
We gotta do this again. Miguel, do your homework for next episode. Again. Bye, chicos. Pues ya, one
I
hour mark.
will do my homework and I will try and make it where it's
Harder, dude.
harder, dude. I'll
I
make
agree.
it harder for you guys.
I appreciate that.
I might
Yeah.
I might just have to throw a whole new question in there.
And send it to a lawyer para que no haya loopholes para Romero, por favor. porque-
But ya ves que his loophole was that his significant other was you, dude.
Apparently.
For real.
¿Cómo va a estar? Va a estar Romero. Tank, pide la torta, dude. Pide la torta.
¿Cómo
Sí,
vamos a
dude.
pasar next? Since we're all going to Seattle, dude. Vamos a pasar
Sí,
next
dude.
to Johnny Boy, dude. Y acá nosotros giving each other like chips and fucking trail mix. Y ya todos. like,
Y yo a 6 millas por hora, ¿no?
sí, güey.
Y ese güey, ¿qué prisa tiene, no?
Oh shit. dude.
Bye, chicos.
Yeah, muchachos.
That was a wrap.
And here I thought nobody was gonna pick hard boiled eggs. So I was like,
Got you, dude.
nobody would dare pick hard
My
boiled.
God, you, dude. Don't even worry about it. Trying to save some money, dude. Trying to be well fed. Dude, I'm telling you, hard boiled eggs with limon y sal and a little bit of Valentina like on the side. Dip that shit, dude.
I mean, I
they
agree.
didn't give
dude,
us
like,
options to all of those
He
ingredients.
did it,
dude.
pero pues again, he didn't say we couldn't get them either.
That is true.
Loopholes, they exist.
Oh,
Chicos.
shit.
Vámonos pues. Romero, give me the prompt because I always forget. Rate, review, subscribe. All links can be found at todostomanpodcast.com. Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook at Todos Toman Pod. Thank you guys for joining. I don't know who's going to take PTO next week.
Romero, like, hija de-
If Romero allows it, one of us will be off.
como dicen ahí, ¿no? Si Irán quiere, ¿no?
Y si Irán quiere.
sí.
For real. Peace and love.
Va.
Cuídense.